I've been meditating for the past 1 year of my life, even a bit more than that, almost every single day. I believe constantly. I don't think I've missed a single day of meditation so far. I'm not planning to either. And recently, I have been able to notice a lot of changes in my behavior that I think are so beneficial to us that they are very much worth talking about and worth mentioning. The baseline level of my well-being has just risen a little bit more, so that now, even when nothing is happening, when there is no sort of stimulation in my environment, I still feel like a good sense of well-being. The fact that I can notice what's going on around me and just kind of appreciate and at least be present in the present moment. Notice what is around me, notice what is in my environment. This has just significantly risen my well-being. And that is a very, very valuable thing to have happen to you. My behavior has changed a lot as well because of meditation. Like the fact that you can be present or at least have a few moments in which you can return back to that presence, because you won't always be able to be constantly present in the moment. Like that would just be like full enlightenment, but you're never going to achieve that. Nobody, I believe, is ever going to achieve enlightenment. Like it's impossible, right? But I believe that you can achieve some sort of enlightenment by bringing your focus back to the present moment, bringing your mind back where your feet lie, at least a few times a day, right? And that is so much better than what most people live with nowadays, than the alternative of just living with some stupid thoughts inside of your head that just control your entire behavior and mood and well-being throughout your entire life, right? Because of meditation, I am able to tolerate my own thoughts and my own mind and control my behavior so much better. I have such a bigger level of control over what I'm going to do in the next few moments, of what I'm going to say in the next few moments, what I'm going to try to think about in the next few moments. Of course, this is not perfect. Sometimes you are gonna slip out. Sometimes your mind is just gonna go all wild on you because like this is what your mind does. So throughout our lives, it is a pursuit that we can actually get to control our mind as much as we can, but we will never be able to control it completely, and you can never control your environment completely, right? So you can never control yourself 100%. But the more that you can reach that level of controlling yourself and living for something bigger than you, being more than just some random animal, some random human animal, the better your life will be. The main benefit of consistently meditating and raising that bar of time that you spend meditating every single day is the fact that you can achieve a bigger level of your own self-awareness. So self-awareness means that you are basically aware of your own self, right? Because of the name self-awareness. But that basically means that you can understand your own thoughts better. That means that you can notice your own thoughts better. Because sometimes you might not be able to understand them, right? But you will be able to notice more of them slipping in your mind and having an effect on you. You can notice how you feel at certain times. Maybe somebody has said something to you, whether it's something nice, happy, loving, or whether it's something like angry, insulting, or whatever. And you can notice how your behavior changes. You can see how your emotions just start to suddenly affect your behavior. And the best part about noticing that is the fact that you can choose whether to actually give in to these emotions or just let them pass. Because it is not necessary for us to actually give in to the emotions that we feel when something happens. It's like something stupid to do most of the time, right? It would be so much better for you to just think, is this like really a good idea? Should I really give in to this present emotion and let this dictate the consequences? No, that's a stupid idea, man. How about you control yourself? And how about you choose the best option to act on right now? Alright, this is basically what self-awareness can do, and it's amazing. I've been able to be more present and bring my mind back to where my feet lie a lot more often throughout the day. Again, you will never be able to just fully be present constantly, right? That is impossible. You're gonna have thoughts coming in your mind. You're gonna have some thoughts about the past, about the future, which will inevitably take you out of this present state. But the more times that you can bring your mind back to where your feet lie, like basically where you are right now, and just kind of notice your environment, notice your own thoughts, notice your own mind, the better your life will be. I truly believe that. Meditation is a practice that can help you relieve certain mental stressors from your mind, right? Like things that are making you stressed on a mental level. Whether those are thoughts, whether those are some certain beliefs that you have about something, some certain ideals, whatever it might be, right? Meditation helps you bring your focus back to the present moment for several more times than you usually would throughout the day in a very short period of time, or maybe not that short. If you're like me, then it's not going to be like a very long period of time, right? It's going to be like 15 minutes. for like 15 minutes, you get to bring your focus back to the present moment a bit more often. And if you're like really, really cool and you're like amazing and you're just perfect, you're gonna be able to meditate for like 30 minutes, an hour. But that comes with time, that comes with practice. I started meditating at like 5 minutes, and I slowly but surely throughout like an entire year raised up the time, little by little, until I got to 15 minutes, right? And I meditate 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night. And so in total, I have like 30 minutes of trying to be more present, of like constantly trying to be present in a moment throughout the entire day. And I believe that's a pretty good thing. When I've had certain kinds of stressors in my mind, things that were kind of messing about with my own behavior, with my own well-being, or things that were just kind of bugging me for a long time, by meditating, I get to bring my mind back to where my feet lie for a few moments, and I get to just push out all of these other thoughts in my mind, and I just leave some time for my brain to just simply sit in complete silence with nothing going on. After you come out of this meditation state, after your clock rings, this is what happens for me. I put the timer on and I meditate, and then the clock rings, and then I just spend a few more moments in that meditation state, breathing in, breathing out. But this meditation state just brings an overall sense of calmness, of peace over you. It is a very magical thing to happen to you, man. If you can bring your mind back to where your feet lie in that certain amount of time that you spend meditating, then you will come out with so much more peace of mind than you could imagine, man. It's honestly amazing. But what you need to understand is that meditation is a practice that you can develop with time. It's just like a skill of any sorts. Self-awareness is a skill that you can develop. Being aware of your own thoughts, being able to control your emotions better, to control your behavior, to simply appreciate the present moment more, all of these things can be trained and they can be developed. And I'm telling you this from the perspective of somebody who before this 1 year had never meditated for a single moment. And I just started meditating for like 5 minutes in which I could barely focus on the present moment. Like my mind would be in all kinds of different places. I've spent months of my life just being at this 5-minute mark of meditation, right? Where I would just spend like 5 minutes in a session just trying to bring my mind back to the present moment. And it was so damn hard the first few times. But with time and with practice, you get to kind of handle yourself a bit better. And you can get to be more present with less interruptions. But I assure you, there will never be zero interruptions. There will always be some sort of thoughts entering your mind. And that is when you have to bring your focus back to the present moment. And then just hold it there for a little bit until again, your thoughts will just go in all kinds of separate ways. And then you have to bring them back in. And with time, you'll be able to train this. I'm telling you, man, it's a beautiful experience. So yeah, man. I really hope that you have gained some value from this video. If you want, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel where I've been making self-improvement videos for the past almost 1 year of my life about my self-improvement journey that has been lasting for almost 2 years. You can like this video, you can share this video with other people who you think will also be able to gain some value from this. If you want to join my self-improvement Discord server, there will be a link to that in the description of this video. And if you want to go on a free self-improvement one-to-one coaching call with me, where we can talk about self-improvement and everything related to it for free with no money involved, then all you have to do is you have to click the Calendly link in the description of this video. So yeah, man. Meditating is a great practice to get into, and I really, really recommend it, man. It really helps you be able to enjoy yourself in the present moment so much more. So yeah, man. Good luck.